Very
Yeah.
cool. Remind me where you are. Where in the world are
In
you?
Slovenia.
In Slovenia. Okay.
Slovenia, yes, yes. Ljubljana, Slovenia. Beautiful, really.
Amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the snow
uh,
sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love cross how it's called cross country skiing. I like so
Nice.
waiting for the weekend to go to.
Fantastic.
Yes, yes,
Very cool.
yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and get started, and we may have more folks join, but you are here for the moment. How is it going? What's happening with your courses? Tell me, give me an update. Various things.
I'm now working on Go Plus.
Okay.
Yes, uh, to set up all the things.
Mm-hmm.
But I have one question about Experienceify.
Uh-huh.
Could I see for students? Could I when are the last time? Who's the latest who saw the course or something? I try to find in general the first in the first. There is no possibility to see if it's if someone is. Uh, uh, who's the last one who is taking courses? Okay, if you go to the how can I say it? To the poseben, kako se že to the special student, then I can see when it is. But in general, to see what is happening, like
Okay.
changing
Okay.
the
Let me
yeah.
let me see if I'm following you. When you said the last one to take a course, the
Yes,
meaning
or
like the
something
most
or
recent
any
activity.
activity.
Yes, yes, you can absolutely
Mhm.
do that. I'll show you where in the
Super.
activity feed is where you want to look. And just to make sure
Yes,
I'm tracking with you, you just
yes,
want like
yes,
what's happening recently. Did somebody do this training? Did they finish something? Like who's active?
yes,
Is that
yes.
perfect? Yeah, we can totally do that. And the place we are going to do that is we're going to go first inside a course. Actually, no, I'm sorry. We're going to just go from the admin dashboard right here. Where we're going to
Hmm.
go is to right here. Have you checked
Uh-huh.
this tab out? We're going to click on the activity feed.
Hmm.
And this is going to show the most recent student activity starting from uh, this account was last used 3 months ago. So I can
Hmm.
see
Hmm.
this person completed the
Hmm.
course, and before that, she finished the last module, and so on.
Hmm. I don't have this time column time. Just one moment to see if I'm doing something. Yes, no, I don't see the time
Can you zoom out your
column.
screen?
I,
It's
I
probably
could.
getting cut off.
Okay,
So if
okay, I will
you
share.
uh
Uh,
you can
uh,
share, but what I'm thinking needs to happen is that you just need to zoom out. Like, for example, on a Mac, I do that by pressing Command and then the
aha,
negative
okay,
sign, and it
okay.
will zoom out and give me a larger view.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. I see, I
Did we
see, I
solve
see.
it? Did it appear?
Yes, yes, but it's not true because I have uh, I was testing a course and I
Hmm.
was subscribed for me
A
for
student, yeah. Hmm.
Yes, but this was a few days ago, but I see that I was doing something 2 months ago.
So most likely that means that you didn't actually like click an action, because what the activity feed is going to record is like the student clicked an action, they did
Ah,
this, they completed the course, they did
okay,
something that can actually be recorded. Does that make
okay,
sense?
okay. Yes, makes sense. But to see who is Recimo, who is just log in, this is not possible to see.
Correct. It's this activity feed will not show just who logged
Ah,
in. You
okay.
you can see if you go to an individual student's profile, you can see the
Yes.
last time they logged in. You've probably
Yeah.
already seen this, right? Like if I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
open up, I'll see last activity right here.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
just logins alone don't show in a
Don't
feed,
show.
no.
Okay. Okay. I was trying to find this, but it's not. Okay.
But
It's
it's
not
not there.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Just to know. Just
Yeah,
to know.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Super. Th- This is
Um,
this is all I.
That's all you got for the moment? Okay,
Yes.
cool. Let me see. I had just one quick question that somebody sent in, which I'll go ahead
Hmm.
and just respond to now. And the question someone asked was about the format of videos that are uploaded. Let me find it. Do video and audio elements of a course need to be in a specific format, or can I send a link to grab it from my Vimeo or archive.org site? And so the answer to that is that we have there are several formats it can be. Vimeo works, YouTube works, Google Drive. And if you want to get the whole list, actually, I'll go back in and just go to the Help Center here. So for anyone watching, you can see the Help Center on the left-hand side. Click on that. And I'm going to search for video formats, and it's going to pop up right here what video formats do you support, and it's going to give you the list. Again, it's the main ones like YouTube and Vimeo and a few others. So you can link it from somewhere, or you can just upload the MP4 or the file directly to your XP account. So either way works. So that is for the recording. And all right, so that we got your main question, Marco. Anything
Yes.
else since you're here? Do you have any particular things you want to look at? I am happy to just demo some features or show
Hmm.
some common things that people tend to ask about. But if you have things you'd like to look at, anything in particular that you've been wanting to get more clear on, or a feature you've been wanting to explore?
Hmm. So far, no, because I'm setting this in Go Plus.
You're working in Go Plus, right?
Yes, and
Okay.
I have a few questions,
You got
but
questions, right? Okay, okay.
yes, yes.
Okay.
For somehow I manage the course. I kind of understand Experienceify, probably not so good. It's probably a lot of to discover and so. But here right now, I don't have any question about Experienceify.
Cool. Great. Glad it's going along, hopefully smoothly, or at least it's going. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
fantastic. All right. Let me hop into my list of questions that people have sent in that may have not gotten answered. And while I'm pulling that up, if you think of anything, Marco, that you do want to
Hmm.
talk
Hmm.
about, go ahead and jump in. And all right, here we go. Questions for office hours. All right, so I'm just going through a back old list here to find questions that may have not been answered. I'm ready to create a simple paid link for my course so I can launch and promote my offer. All right, let's just look at a basic overview of where to create a link to give people who want to buy the course. So we're in the admin dashboard here. Again, we're always going to go inside the course to work on a particular course. And when I open up any course, I'm going to see the 6 steps of building the course. And then down at the bottom, I'm going to see important links and resources. So this section is going to include a link to my order form. So that's always the easy link to grab to either add to a sales page or just pop into an email or share on social media. Basically, wherever you are talking to people and saying, hey, buy my course, you can just grab this order form link. If you're using XP's order form, obviously, you might be using Go Plus, you might be doing it somewhere else, but you'll just grab your order form link right here. And of course, before you did that, you would want to make sure that your order form is set up in step 4. And so to do that, we would just open up step 4 and we would scroll to the order form page right here and click on it to edit and see what a student's going to see. And this obviously has a bunch of placeholder text, but you can have just a text block if you want to have some text about your course up here. And then you've got your order form. Maybe I'll go through a few common questions on this that always come up. But basically, you're going to, big pictures, you're going to edit your order form, and then you're going to use the link in course settings to send to people. But while I'm here, I'll go ahead and again, jump in anytime, Marco, if you want to go somewhere else, but I'm going to go ahead and look at how to edit the order form. So again, like any page on Page Builder, we've got blocks that make up a page, and you can hover over each block to edit it. But the most important block for your order form page is the one where they put in their information and give you money. So to edit this block, we would hover over the edit content block. You'll notice this one can't edit the layout because it needs to do particular things. It's not like a text block where it's just there to do whatever you want. It needs to do certain things. You'll notice we've got a right side column and a left column here. And when we click edit content, we're going to see left column data and right column data. So just to orient you, if I wanted to change something in here or in here, we're also going to see tracking and analytics. This is where you would put a code if you were tracking where your leads came from or tracking purchases. This is where your code will go. But for the basics, you're going to open up left column data. You can put in whatever text you want here. We've got a heading, a subheading. You obviously want the student's name and you need their email. The phone number is optional. You might or might not have any reason to collect it or want to. So you can toggle on or off the phone number here. Same thing with an address. It's up to you if you want to collect the address or not. One thing to be aware of is that sometimes having an address on the order form can help if there is a questionable, basically payment processors like feeling secure that your person is a real person, and having an address field can help with that, with communicating to your payment processor that it's an actual person. So if you're on the fence, I would go ahead and put in the the address field for that reason, especially the zip code. So then we've got custom fields to add, and obviously the credit card information. Over on the right-hand column is where we would put in our actual payment options. And I'll just go through this quickly because sometimes this throws people at first. You can see these payment options that I've got here that are available, and I've already set these up in my step 2. So if I was going to back up for a second and go zoom out and look at my whole course, back in step 2, I set up pricing and payment options. So if I look at those, I've got an option for 1 monthly payment. And then the way you can set up different single payment options is by putting them as an installment plan, but just doing one interval. The reason this would be useful is if you want to set up, for example, like a VIP option where maybe they get private coaching along with the course, you might have, let's do that real quick. Let's have a VIP option that is $1,000, and then the regular option is just going to be $100. So I've got one single payment of $100, another single payment of $1,000, which I created by just doing one monthly interval. You can also set up subscriptions here, but I'm going to go ahead and save that. So one payment of $100, one payment of $1,000. Let's go back to my order form and refresh this to see the new payments that I've just added. All right, so now you see we've got options for one payment of $100, one payment of $1,000. I'm going to turn off this other one. Again, an example of where you might use this is the course itself is just $100, but your VIP option with coaching is $1,000. So I'm going to toggle that one on. And now I've got 2 options that I can title whatever I want. So I'm going to call this one like whatever the title of my course is. So that's going to be my exciting course title. And you can see that I can add a specific tag if somebody purchases that payment option. So I'm going to take this out and start from scratch. I'm going to go ahead and use tag A if somebody purchases just the course. And if somebody purchases my payment of $1,000, I want to call that something else. I want to call that my VIP plan with coaching. And I'm going to give this one the tag coaching. So now I have an order form where people can select one or the other. They're going to get tagged accordingly. And based on which tag they have, I can show them different options inside their course. So maybe the people who have the coaching tag are able to see a page where they can sign up for their sessions or where they get some extra content. And the people who just have the course tag don't see that. So that lets me use the single order form for different options in the same course, even different tracks, potentially with more or less content. I could have a more advanced, more in-depth track going on. And again, I could just show content or options or a booking link or anything I want to people with those tags. So once you've got that all set up, then your order form is good to go. You're going to set up your terms and conditions. Also by editing the order form, let me go back to that. I'll open up the right-hand column again. You can see that you can toggle the coupon code field on or off, depending whether you're using a coupon. And you can choose whether or not to show your terms and conditions. I would recommend you do go ahead and have your terms and conditions for people to agree to. And there's two ways that you can show terms and conditions, either by a pop-up modal that will just pop up on the screen, or by linking to a page somewhere else. So if you've already got a page on your website where your terms are already listed, you can just link to that page. But if you don't, you can just paste your terms right in here, and it will go ahead and have a box pop up for them to click and agree to. There's another option here, which is for by default, this is for GDPR processing. And what you're seeing here is something I did in response to a question someone had where they said, I want two check boxes they have to respond to. I want them to agree to my terms and conditions, and I also want them to certify that they're over 18. So what I just did was use the GDPR toggle here, and I just put in my own text. I certify that I'm over 18, and I'm requiring them to check that as well. So they'll have to check both in order to purchase. So that's the most common things that you need to know about setting up your order form. All of this text is customizable. We love privacy and don't share info. You can see that you can add or delete that. And there are more advanced options for the order form, like custom fields. But for most folks, that's going to cover what you want to know for your order form.
Could I ask something?
Yes, for sure.
You said about tracking
Yeah.
in the beginning. Which code does it mean this from where could I get these codes?
Great question. So basically, any code that you're using to track your students as they purchase. For example, examples would be like if you use Google Analytics to track who lands on your order form, or if you have like a Facebook pixel that you're using. So basically what that code is you're going to get it from something else outside XP. Like basically you're going to have something else you're doing. I want to track Google Analytics. I want to track Facebook pixels. And there are a couple help docs on this as well, on depending what you're using. But what you need to know about this is in most courses, they're set up by default with a thank you page. So you will often have code that is supposed to be for the order form and code that is supposed to be for the thank you page. Experienceify doesn't work like that because we don't do a thank you page. If you're using the order form, we take them right into the course. So the most important thing to know is that if you're using tracking code, you're going to get your code from somewhere. If you're tracking purchases, it's going to go in the order form here under tracking and analytics. Let's go ahead and look at that section. And exactly where this goes, to know exactly what the code is, you would look at, wherever you're getting the code, but it's going to tell you here's some code that you need, put it in the order form, or put it in the header, or put it in the body. But the important thing is that if it's code that says this is for a thank you page, you're going to put that here under conversion because that's the same thing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
if it's code for a thank you page, that means they bought. So
Okay.
in Experienceify terms, you're looking for a conversion. So your
Hmm.
thank you page code that you'll get from somewhere will go here
It's
in conversion.
conversions. Ah, super, super.
Your
Fine to know.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's not quite automatically intuitive, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm. Hmm.
if you have just code like to view the order form, like typically you'll track views and purchases is basically what you're tracking. How many people viewed, how many people bought. So generally, like views are going to go here in order form. Purchases are going to go
Hmm.
under conversion, which might
Hmm.
also be called like thank you page
Hmm.
code.
Hmm. So it's if I understand correctly, Google Analytics or Facebook Pixel. So I put in both of them or not
Uh,
in order form and conversion or not.
I'm sorry, say the last part again in order for.
Yes. If I want to see who is in order form and then have buy. Uh,
Uh-huh.
this code should I put in both ways to Sobral in order form head and conversions head.
Oh, gotcha. So typically, yes. Generally, like you
Hmm.
would want to track who's viewing and who's purchasing. So you would
Hmm.
want to put code that you would get from Google Analytics
Hmm.
in order form,
Hmm.
and you would also want to put code in conversion.
Yeah, the same code. Yes.
No, it's probably going to be different,
Ah,
but
okay.
they're going to tell you that's where like the code that you get is going to say something to the effect of here is code for the order
Aha,
form
okay.
or for viewing the order form. And then
Okay.
there's going to be code that says something like here is code for a thank you page or a
Hmm.
purchase. And that,
Okay.
whether they call it a thank you page or code for a purchase, it's all about conversion.
Conversions. Okay. Okay.
Does that
Thank
make
you.
does that make
Yes, yes.
sense? Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't know that you have two codes for in Google Analytics and so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would be separate codes, and I'm
Mhm.
not an expert in Google Analytics at all, so
Neither do
double
I.
check that on me. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it would be separate codes, but they'll tell you. They'll say
Mhm.
here's the code to view or to track order form views. Key term is
Mhm.
order form views. Here's the code to track
Okay.
purchases or to track the thank you page.
Mhm.
And just the
Mhm.
important translation to make in your head is that
Yes. Yes.
thank you page for
Is
us
conversions.
is
Yes.
conversion. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. Super.
Thank you for
Yeah.
asking that. This is a really good question and something that can obviously it's not the most obvious thing in the world. So
No.
maybe I will I think I'm gonna do a pass through our help docs and get this as
Mhm.
clear as
Mhm.
possible because it's a very common question.
Yeah.
But that's making
Wow.
sense for the moment,
Yes.
Marco?
Yes. More than
Oh,
this.
good. Okay. Excellent. Great. Any other questions coming up for you, Marco? I'm sure other people will share them if there are.
Uh,
Let's
it's
see.
for me. It's easier to if you like this.
It's
You
easier
explain
for me
something
to go through
and
things. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah. I can keep talking. I can talk about all this stuff.
super.
Let's see. Let's look at our order form here. Let's do a bit more on getting the order form ready. Right now, obviously, I've got kind of a mess because this is a test thing that I've been playing around with. But let's just remember that we can move blocks around. If I'm going to get this order form ready to go, I can move blocks by hovering over it and clicking on the arrow. I'm going to move this block down. So let's get this closer to like what a real order form would look like. I've got some kind of a heading up here. Maybe I want a header or like some images or something on the page too. Let's see, what have I got here? Maybe want like a banner at the top of my page. And then a couple of text sections, and then my order form. Just to go over some common page builder things. We know that we can hover over every block and click to edit the content or edit the layout. This little eye icon here is telling me that this block is currently set to a specific availability for who can see it or who can't see it. See, if I hover over this block, there's no little eye there. That means it's just automatically viewable. But this one, there is an eye there, and I can see exactly what's for. It's actually set to never show to any student at the moment. So nobody's going to see this block. If I want to change that or see what's going on, I'm going to open Edit Content, and I'm going to go to Block Visibility and open that up. And right now, this block is set to show never. Super simple. Why would I do this? Well, maybe actually it's because I want to pause enrollment for this course. So I don't actually want my order form block to show. So I could go ahead and set the visibility to that one to never while the course is not open for enrollment. It's another question people ask a lot. How do I close the cart? Bunch of ways to do that, but as a first line of defense, you can turn off the order form by just hiding the block that lets them sign up. This means I don't have to lose any of my work by deleting the block. I can just hide it by setting it to never. Or I can set it to be hidden between or showing between specific dates. If I have, let's say I only want my course to be available next week, and I'm going to do a very hard close at the end of the week. So I'm going to open the card on Monday and I'm going to close it on Sunday. This is based on the time zone of my account, which I set in my account settings. So I'm going to like go to 11:55 and then I'm going to, oh, that's my start. And there's my end. So here's the dates that it will be strictly open. It will automatically hide at this date and time based on the time zone of my own admin account, which I set in my account settings. I'm going to close and save that. And now I've got the little eye icon here, which shows me that my cart is only open between only for a few hours, but I can set that for whatever I want. If I just want to do a limited enrollment, maybe I want text set up to match that, right? So for the time my cart was open, I would want text saying, hey, join below. But as soon as my cart closed, I want text saying, we're closed for now, stay tuned, join the wait list. So what I could do is set up blocks here that also have date-based visibility. And this one is going to say enroll now. And it's going to be set up for the same dates as my cart is open, whatever those were. Just make some up right now. And then this block is going to, as soon as the cart closes, this block is going to disappear, and this one is going to appear and tell them a different message like, enrollment has closed, join the wait list. And once again, I'm going to set that block up to have visibility that starts after the date my cart closes. Oops, it's not. A day X till, yeah, we're not gonna go into that one. So I was closing on the 18th at 10:50. And then it's asking me to give a to date, so I would just put something like way in the future for that purpose. Just gonna put the 31st for now. So that's another option. I can set things up in advance that as soon as things are full, or rather as soon as the date hits, it will stop showing this block, start showing that block. I could pop a link in there to a form for a wait list. A super common question we get is, can I close the cart after X enrollments? Which is not possible to do with XP's order form, but you can do that in Go Plus. So everybody, if you have an XP account, you have a Go Plus account, which basically gives you lots more cart options. I've got a typo here. Gives you lots more cart options and sales checkout flow options than XP's order form. So you can do an option in Go Plus that stops enrollment as soon as you have 10 people or 100 people sign up. So that would be the place to go for that. Sebastian can help you set that up. But for as far as XP's order form, those are a few of the things you can do. How's all this going for you, Marco? Any questions coming up about that?
Yeah. How could you where to put the wait list or the
Great, great. So let's edit this block. And in my text, I'm going to say, add your name here to be notified as soon as enrollment opens. And what I probably would do is go ahead and highlight that to pull up a link. And I don't want tokens here. I want just an actual URL. And what I would do is I would set up a form to collect waitlist entries. I would probably do it in Go Plus, though you could do it anywhere. You could use a different CRM, but Go Plus works quite well for this. So once you've set up a form for your waitlist, you'll have a link from Go Plus, and you would just pop that link right here. And then this is going to be, and I would probably make it really explicit. I would say, click here to add your name, just to make the instructions very unambiguous. And when folks click, then your form will pop up and they will put in your name and it will go into your Go Plus database. So that is how I would do that. This text looks a little small to me. I would probably make that bigger with this text type here. Does that make sense, Marco?
Yeah, super.
Easy.
Thank you. Super.
While we're here playing with the text, I'll mention that I just changed it from medium to large because I didn't like the way the medium looked. But I want to bring your attention to something you'll see on most text fields, not all, but most text fields in your account will have this little gear icon. And basically, if it doesn't have it, then the option's not available. But if it does have it, you can click this little gear icon to open up a whole new world of customization for fonts and styles and sizes. So I can set things up in a way that I like. Like some of this text is kind of small by default. I might want it bigger. I can do line height, paragraph spacing. And then you'll see an option to update this style across all pages. And what that means is that you see how we've got these different elements in the column here? We've got headline, we've got text. Anywhere that I have a text element, I can make it all be whatever format I choose. So let's do some kind of font that I want and a size that I want. And it's left aligned. And if I click update this style across all pages, now everywhere that I use a text element is going to use those specs. Headline, of course, will be different. This will just update text element. So kind of a hidden little thing in there, but again, just look for the gear icon. If it's there, click it. Lots of options to customize. So we've got an order form that can have different blocks appear and disappear based on timing. We've got different options to send people into different things they would literally see and have available to them inside the course. I think what else about the order form? Got a banner. We could put in some more text and image blocks. Somewhere there are like templates that have testimonial forms. I think those are in the template section. But basically, if you want to, let's add in something I want. I want some testimonials on my order form. So one, I just dragged in this block with 3 columns, and I'm going to edit it. And let's see, how do I want to do this? I want to put some images in here because I'm going to add some images that I have clients who gave me permission to use their image and quote, and so I'm going to add that in. So to do that, we're actually going to get a little more advanced, and we're going to go into edit layout, and we're going to edit each of these columns. I've got column 1, column 2, column 3, and I want a new element in this column. I want an image. So I'm going to click add new element. The element that I want is image. Or it could be video. If I've got a video testimonial, even better. And I think I want my client's picture above the text. So I'm going to go ahead and drag this maybe up to there. Maybe I want a spacer in between it though. Yeah, something like that. And then I want another spacer in between the text because I don't want it so crowded. Spacer element, I'm going to drag that, yeah, somewhere like that. So now I've got a setup for a little testimonial block. I'm going to set the block up first, and I'll set up each of these, save it. Then I'm ready to actually edit my content and put in my client's image. So I'm going to go ahead and edit content, open up the column, open up the image. And right here, I'm going to remove this placeholder and I'm going to click browse, and I would have the image I want stored somewhere, like in a file or on my desktop somewhere, and I would click to upload it. So that's how I could quickly put up a little testimonial section with images and quotes from my clients. Let's see, that would probably go underneath. Again, I'm going to move a block up. So we're designing this. So I've got a banner, a little intro, some testimonials. I've got my closed cart block to pop up later. And of course, I could select for each block, I could select the visibility. The testimonials will probably stay visible all the time. No reason to hide those. The thing I'm probably going to hide is just the order form and switch that to the waitlist block. So that is how you can add some things like testimonials. Obviously, you could add another text and image section with, let's say, maybe your image and your bio or whatever info. Oh, see how we just changed this text image to the huge kind of funny looking font? I'm going to want to change this one now because that's a little weird looking. So here's my text that I customized, and I'm going to put it to something more normal. I don't know if that's it, but you get the point. So maybe there's your bio and your image, your testimonial blocks. Obviously, you'd adjust each of these and set up the images as you like. Let me see, I think you can duplicate these. Once we've set up one, I'm going to go back to the edit layout. And yeah, so once I set up one block in a way that I like it, what I would want to do to make things easier is just delete and delete my extras. And then what I want to do is duplicate and duplicate. And this looks weird right now because my sizing is weird. My column width is 1 column and I want it more like 3 or 4. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust each of my columns. And I'm changing the column width right here to 4 columns again. So it's a little more normal. And then I'm going to save that. And now I've got 3 blocks that are congruent and look good. And I can fill them with testimonials. So there's my page coming together. Any questions coming up from that, Marco?
It's so clear.
Making sense so far? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Good, good. Let's see. Well, let's keep going a few minutes more. Let me think about what else usually comes up for folks on the order form. I can click here to preview what it's looking like for my student at any time. It's always a good idea to do it. Oh, I can't on this account because I don't actually have a Stripe account connected. And since I have payments set up, but no Stripe account connected, I would need to do that. If I wanted to just view it, oh, go ahead.
I do my order form because I didn't, for the first few customers, I did it for free. And I know that somewhere I check out the bank card to show. That I had, and I have only name, mail, and probably phone or something else. Maybe
Yes,
it will be under,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe it will
so
be. Mhm.
exactly. I think what you're talking about is sometimes you want to have an order form and it's free and you don't need to have a bank account connected
Mhm.
if it's a free course. Yeah, you're
Mhm.
exactly right.
Mhm.
So let me think how we do that. I believe we would remove the prices is the way we want to do it from step 2 entirely. That's also going to take it off of the order form. So notice I'm not going to make it 0. And what we're talking about here is how to make the, oh, go ahead, Marco. Want to say?
I think I did it in order form. Uh, uh, I'm not sure, but I think I
Yeah,
did it.
I believe I'm not 100% on this, but I'm pretty sure you need to remove the price entirely
Okay,
from step 2.
okay,
I might be
okay.
wrong, but I'll go ahead and show just how to do this just
Super, super. Yeah.
anyway. If we delete the prices entirely here, and again, notice I'm not just changing it to $0, I'm actually Xing it out entirely. Make sure I don't have any subscriptions set up. So now I have 0 payments going on. I'm going to totally X that out. Now, when I go back to my order form, and look at this. Now I'm going to have the credit card fields automatically gone, which is exactly what I would want for a free course. I wouldn't want people, even if they aren't, I don't want people looking at a credit card thing if it's supposed to be free. That's gonna, send a disjointed message. So now it should let us preview. Yeah. And now we can go ahead and see what it will look like to a student. Does that make sense with what you were doing and thinking about, Marco?
Yes, 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 yes.
Feeling good. Cool. I see Heather joined. Welcome. How are you doing?
That's it low.
There we go.
There
Sorry,
we
I put
go.
on mute while you guys were talking. Do you have time for a question, or does Marco have more questions?
We do. We have just been going all through the order form and talking about lots of things that tend to come up with it. But yeah, we got about 10 more minutes. Go for it. What do you want to talk about?
Awesome. So, on my course, and it might be like that on all of them, at the bottom, so when someone's working through a course and they hit their like homework things, I watched it, yada yada. At the very bottom, there is a notes area for people to type in stuff. And I was going to remove it, but it said something like, if I do, it's going to change some things on the back end, and I was scared.
Great question. Let me see if I know what you're talking about. If I go into my course and I'm
Okay.
tell me if this is it or not. It might be something else. But if I edit the single training page, and if I were to remove any block on this page, it's going to give me a big, scary looking warning. Is that what you're talking about?
Let me see if that was what it was.
Warning,
Make you
do not
smaller.
delete any blocks from this page unless you are very, very,
Yeah.
very sure.
Um, let's see, was it under? You know how you forget where it was, but let me
Yeah.
find it. It was in my pages. What's this one?
Or you can just point me to where you are and I can just answer exactly what you're saying.
Wish it
But
was that
it
easy.
sounded like you were talking about this big scary
Oh,
warning on the single training page, which is a great question too.
so I'm going to show you where it is on the pages for the client themselves.
Okay,
I apologize. I got like
go for it.
30 different tabs open, so I'm trying to find which one is the one I can show you. Let me just go
Okay.
in and any of them. Preview link.
What's that?
I'm just hitting the preview link. And there it is. Okay, I'm going to show my screen. Oh, it's not turned on real quick. There you go. I can't share my screen.
Can you send a request?
I think I did. It says the host isn't allowing sharing for this meeting, and I just said okay.
Okay, go ahead and come out of it and hit share again, please.
I did it a few times. Sharing is not turned on. The host isn't allowing sharing for this meeting.
Okay, go ahead again, please now.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
I need to figure it out. Okay, so I'm at the bottom of, here's a session, video attachments. They do their thing. And then down here, I want to get rid of this.
Yes. Yep.
And
So that
when you
is, yeah.
in, I think that's in,
So that is in step 4. So yeah, that is the page that I was
in here.
we were looking at. Yeah, so that's going to give you a big scary warning. And
Yes, I'm gonna remove this.
the answer is that, so the question here would be, this is a block for comments, and are
Okay.
you wanting to have comments on any of your trainings in this course? Do you want students to be able to
Not
respond
on each
underneath?
page. They can either do that in where they do their homeworks. I mean, that's where I don't want comments here because I don't.
Okay, so
Do other people see their comments, or is it just me that it comes to?
other people will see their comments. Yes.
Yeah, I don't want that at all.
Okay, so I know nowhere in your course will people underneath the training say, here's what I thought, or yeah, I liked this,
Mm.
or okay. So if you're not using it anywhere in the course, then yes, you can go ahead and delete that block.
If for some sliver of a chance that I'd ever want it back, which I can't imagine I would, can I add it back?
You can.
So should
Yeah.
I like do a save of some sort?
Nope.
And
I'll show you. If you want to
oh,
delete that for
I
your
could
course, you can go ahead and delete it right now. No need to save it to the library. No,
really? Okay,
really.
good.
Yeah.
Delete. See, yes, this was, you're right. That was a scary block.
It's intentionally very scary because
Yeah.
the thing to know about this, and I'll just share this for the recording, is that if you're not using blocks on this page, there are a lot of blocks that just won't show up if you're not using them. For
Okay.
example, like the PDFs, if you don't have
Oh,
any downloads,
yeah.
then the block is not going to show up. But what
Okay.
everybody tends to do is delete the PDF block from this page, and then
Ah,
they don't understand why their students can't see PDFs, and it's because they deleted the block.
that
So
makes
the
sense.
scary warning just says if you're not using it, it's probably not going to show up, so it's irrelevant. So don't worry about it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Um, but let me go ahead and show you how to add it back.
Okay.
So when you are ready to,
Oh, I'm gonna hit save change. Is that okay? Well, I'm gonna save it.
so when you're, let's go to your single training page is where we were.
Okay. I'm there.
And once you're ready to add it back, you're going to go to the available blocks over here, and you're just going to look for comments. And I'm going to go ahead and
Oh, I
drag
see.
that
It's right
over to
there.
your page. Yep.
Okay. Good to know. All right.
So
That's good.
yeah, that's the other side of the big scary warning is like it's not that scary because it's all here and you can add it back. The PDF
Yeah.
one is this one right here, by the way, for everybody. It's under training
Okay.
contents. If you accidentally
Okay.
delete the downloads block, just go to training contents, find it here and drag it onto the page. But
Okay.
yeah, again, if this is the one that everybody tends to delete, but if you're not using it, you don't need to delete it. So
Perfect.
yeah,
So
everything's over
I'm
here.
can I ask you another question before we jump off?
Yeah, if it's quick.
Yep. So you know how Marisa has her cohorts where, kind of like EPM, it's kind of timed, it's whatever weeks, and you have the timer on the top. Like it's a specific group of people. Every time she has a cohort, is that a brand new course because it's those people giving comments on that Facebook page or whatever? Like the reason why I'm thinking of this is if I have a cohort for a specific set of time, and that means like if I have 10 open spots in my experience, if I every time I have a cohort, I have to have a new program, right?
So, I'm gonna, as part of the bigger answer, because the biggest answer is it's up to you and how you want to run things. So as part of that, I'm
Right.
gonna go to a help doc on this. If we go to the
Okay.
help center and search for cohorts,
Okay.
setting up a cohort-based course is going to walk through the longer version of this. But the short
Okay.
answer is if people post comments in a course, then it will show up to everybody in that course. So if you bring new people in and change that, then yes, like previous comments will keep showing up.
Which is fine. I don't mind that, but it's just the timers on it, right? So if I go into the cohort date for February or whatever, March, and I had the timer, does that mean that everybody that was in there before and I change the timer, what happens with the people that are already in there?
Timers don't change anything. Timers are just a visual for people to have a progress measurement. The only thing that actually changes is if you set something up based on a timer to remove or change or do
Ah,
something to your course.
makes
So
sense.
the biggest answer is it depends
Yeah.
on what you've set up and why and how and what you want to do with it. But
Okay.
this doc here called Setting Up a Cohort-Based Course is a good way to do it. And it'll
Awesome.
describe like one option for answering these kinds of questions in a way that
Yeah.
doesn't make you crazy.
Awesome. I'll dig into that. I appreciate it. I don't want to run over time.
Awesome. Thank
But
you
thank
so
you.
much, Heather. Great to see
Good
you.
seeing
Happy
you.
New Year.
You too. Bye, Marco.
Great to see you,
Bye.
Marco.
Have a
Bye.
great day, guys.
And have
Also.
a
Bye-bye.
great day. I will see
You
you
too.
all soon.
You got it. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.